And we're back
We are. Hello there.
through the magic of video.
It's a different day
It,
for
it
some.
is. For you, it's next week. For us,
Yeah.
it's today.
Because timey-wimey got all.
Wibbly wobbly. And we're talking about past lives, so I mean, this is just a perfect segue.
Yes, we are going to talk about past lives today.
Indeed.
Um, I am going to actually get a reading and do a past life regression with a good friend of mine. And I'm excited. I'm not sure what to expect. I'm quite sure I won't be a Salem witch. I mean, there were 16. They're not 1600. Um, I'm quite certain I won't be one of those or a princess or anything like that. It's amazing how many people are not regular people.
You're not going to be Cleopatra?
I don't think so. I don't think I'll be Cleopatra. I don't think I'll be Hatshepsut or Nefertiti. Um,
I wasn't.
maybe,
I wasn't.
yeah, maybe
I
a
wasn't
Viking.
anything. Yeah,
So
maybe.
you've done past life regression before.
I have. I was not a queen or anything like that. Um, it was weird.
Okay.
I've gotten the
So how
reading.
did it go?
Um, well, the reading was much more informative than the actual regression itself. The regression itself kind of took me to, I guess, one of my deaths, but the reading was much more informative, which I already shared with you
Yes.
offline.
Yes, and it'll stay there. But how is it different? Like, is the reading is more detailed? Like, what exactly?
It gave more detail around the holistic picture versus that snippet that I
That
saw.
one
Yeah,
scene. And how does the reader do that?
I don't know.
Psychic ability,
Yeah,
you
I
think?
guess. I mean,
I mean, I think there's an element of astral projection to it, and I think there's an element of psychic ability, and for it to work properly, I think that it has to be psychic ability between both parties.
yeah. Um,
Um,
the reader for me was basically reading me. So kind of like I was a record and she was the needle.
well, the person I have doing this for me, she's given me a tea leaf reading, did tasseomancy for me. Every single thing she said has come true. She said I was going to take a trip over water. I have since flown over the ocean multiple times. She said that I was going to find someone, but they were going to be distant, far away.
Mm.
I mean, 3,000 and something miles is, just next door. Um,
Well, I mean, you know.
said that all my financial stuff would resolve, and it is resolving. It has. Because I was struggling there for a while before my disability came through. It's just all been very, very accurate, and things keep coming true that she had mentioned. So I'm quite interested to see what this will be like. Like, were you scared?
Oh, terrified. But I'm
Yeah.
like scared of my own shadow, so I mean, you know this.
So, like, what happens? How do they do it? Do they like hypnotize you? What?
Um, I mean, for me, it was like it was a friend of mine in high school, so take that with a grain of salt. It was a hotel room while we were at a state competition for some sciency thing
Okay,
because I'm a geek. Um,
it's my little nerdy girl, master of sciences.
so yeah, I mean, she just basically kind of, talked me through it, and then sort of like a self hypnosis thing.
Okay.
But
Do you feel like that you astral projected?
I I think so because I was like there in the hotel room, but I was also somewhere else. So it was like a double exposure
Could
almost.
you see yourself?
Um, I didn't see myself in the hotel, and I didn't see myself in that past instance. I was in both bodies at the same time, kind of thing. It was a
Oh,
really weird feeling.
wow.
Yeah, it was really weird. It was like I split and like I
Mhm.
was living side by side. So that's why I feel like it was more like a double exposure on film where it's it's the same picture, but it's got two things going on in it. And I was in the same picture, but there was two of me. And
Have
it
you ever tried to do anything like that again?
no. No, I would love to, but honestly, like I haven't met anybody that
Oh, I'll hook you
was
up with.
capable. So,
I haven't said my friend's name because I'm not sure how much, like, privacy she would prefer, but I'll give you her name offline.
yeah.
She's wonderful. I think you might know her already. And if she gives permission, I'll link to her um website and stuff
Yeah, sounds good.
because she's amazing. Um, very accurate. Um, I think it's going to be interesting because she's Irish, right? And so I have Irish background and whatever, and I'm wondering if she'll take me back to like an Irish past life, or what if you never had a past life? Like, what if, like, do you think there's anybody that's just like a clean slate and has never had a past life? Like, and so people think that it doesn't work on them, but they just never were anywhere before?
I mean, it's possible. Why not? Although, I mean, at the same time, it's like if you go with, energy can neither be created nor destroyed, it's just transferred, then
Right,
in essence, we are all the Big Bang.
right. We are
So,
all made out of star stuff. Yes.
exactly, yeah. So,
Mhm.
not to get too Carl Sagan on it, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like
Hmm.
part of me wants to be like, no, it's all recycled energy, but at
Well,
the
I mean, that's how
like,
people explain like so many people have had past life regressions and been witches in Salem during the witch trials or whatever. And someone, I've never done it before because the people that were around that said they would do the regression for me, I didn't trust them because they were saying things like, oh, well, it's just the energy from that body went out and went into so many different bodies. And I mean, I don't know if
well, what
I
if
feel like a soul is.
what if the soul fractured as a result? And so now all these people have this little piece of soul they're a conglomerate of various souls. So maybe they are Nefertiti and the witch trials and all this and the Titanic and all this other stuff.
I don't think so. I don't. I just don't. For there to be that many people that have fractured souls, like, come on. Maybe if it was one or two people, but when it gets up in the hundreds of people claiming it,
It is a little strange that there are
it's a
180
little much.
running around.
I mean, I could be completely wrong. I don't know. I don't
And
want
yet
to.
nobody's running around saying they're one of the Ramones.
Exactly. I don't want to invalidate anyone's experience, but nobody is saying, "Oh yeah, well I was a washerwoman and I lived a short, hard, brutal life and died." Like, nobody has that past life. Everybody has something glamorous or whatever. And I find that difficult to believe. The glamorous people are only so many.
Everybody's glamorous when you're in the Middle Ages.
But you know what I mean? Like, there's a whole lot more poor people than there is rich people living the high life.
Yeah,
And there always has been.
yeah.
And that's why I find it difficult to believe. Like, it's an unbelievable coincidence that when this person that I'm talking about does those kind of readings, everybody comes back with some sort of glamorous story. And that's why I wondered if you got hypnotized, because that seems like it's more the power of suggestion than regression.
Yeah, I mean, there was nothing glamorous about it. It was, I mean, I ended up writing it into my novels. Like,
Yeah, I know what you're
yeah, it's
talking about.
brutal.
Like,
So,
I'm not saying that I'm talking about one very specific person, and you know what I'm talking about. Um, I just, I don't know. I have a lot of doubts about that. Um, so now I'm wondering if I'm having doubts and stuff, will it even work?
Only one way to find out.
Yeah. But I don't have doubts in the person that I'll be working with. That's the thing. I have absolute trust in her to,
Yeah.
if something happens, it's going to be a true something. Do you think it's something you have to like try to do more than once?
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to remember all the lifetimes you've lived after like
Mhm,
one shot and for
mhm,
20 minutes.
mhm.
You know, it's something you basically just have to work at. I mean, like our story is, we didn't remember everything all at once. It's always been bits and pieces, and
Right. And I mean, I do remember things of that. So I wonder too, will it take me back to that time and give me more pieces?
could be. I mean, most of mine come in dreams. So,
Mhm.
and it's definitely not glamorous.
Mine have come when I've been, remember acupuncture? I had that one very powerful one that had me in tears when I was getting osteopathic manipulation. Mine seem to come when people are doing energy work on me. So that's interesting. But it's not something I sought out and looked for and tried to do on purpose. It
Yeah.
was always accidental. Was, is, has been, you know. Sometimes it's weird shower thoughts.
I know the weird shower thoughts.
Yeah.
I really do think I broke my toe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
That's on topic.
well,
That's
I just moved
devastatingly on
my foot.
topic.
I just moved my
Oh.
foot and it hurt and I was like, ow.
So which toe is it?
My pinky toe,
On which foot?
my left foot.
What did you do? How?
I kicked a door frame.
Mhm.
Yeah, I went to go I forget even what I was doing.
Is it the first day with your new feet?
Yeah, pretty much. It was before I left to go to the courthouse, and then I walked out of the bathroom, and I think I went to straighten out my pant leg, and so I kicked my foot up and did not realize
Oh.
how close to the door frame I was, like to that lip where the molding comes out,
Oh.
and I caught my pinky toe in the space where the molding meets the wall.
Ooh.
And the rest of my foot kept going, but my pinky toe did not. So it hurts. And I was sitting there like, didn't even think about it. I was like, "Ow, man, that really hurt." Or maybe it was when I got back. Either way, I ended up like kicking up my foot and kicking the door.
Right.
But yeah, like I was like, "Ow, like my foot hurts. Why does my foot hurt?" And then I'm like, "Oh yeah, you kicked the door frame."
I don't know what I'm gonna
So
do with
forget
you.
remembering a past life. I'm lucky if I can remember what happened this morning.
You know, people wonder why I call you fish brains, and there's really good reason.
There is. There is. I'm
You
not gonna lie. I've got some
you can forget walking across a room.
I can. It's true.
You can.
It's
And
true.
I love you for it.
But I mean, life is always exciting, no matter what, because
Yeah, true.
it's
That's true.
always new. If I haven't seen it, it's
Oh,
new
look at Castle.
to me.
Swim,
Look at
swim,
the
swim.
castle,
Oh, look at Castle.
Big Ben Parliament. Look, it's Big Ben Parliament. That's my life. Like literally, like driving around in a circle, looking at Big Ben and Parliament, and always being fascinated by it every single time. Maybe after the 20th time, I might remember. And I was like, wait, did we already come this way?
Yeah.
I feel like we're going around in a circle.
I feel like I've been this way before.
I feel like I've been in this roundabout.
I've got a very strong sense of deja vu.
It's not deja vu. I have been there before. Dvujade.
Jade. Mm.
But yeah, past life stuff. If I can remember what I had for breakfast, I call it a success.
So once I have my appointment and I do my reading, I'll report back.
Yeah, definitely.
And
I
you
want
know,
your
we
friend to
really,
read I want your friend to read my tea leaves.
she's awesome at it.
Nice.
You'd love it. I will hook you up with her. Um, you know, it'd be really cool is if the people, left us ideas about what you would like to hear us talk about. The people.
The people out there in the dark.
And we'll try and stay on track. We did really good this time. We only had the one toe tangent.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
mean, like, it was only because I moved my foot and it reminded me that it was broken. Like, psst, I'm broken.
This is gonna hurt you more than it hurts me.
It's true. It's funny because it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's looking a little black and blue.
And there's really nothing you can do for it.
No, other than like
Except
I
for
need
stop
to
kicking the door frame.
well, there's that. I need to definitely do that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think I guess just like tape it to the side of my
The other toe. Yeah.
There's not like I've got one of those pinky toes that's like this big compared to the rest of my
Yeah,
foot.
you got a little tiny toe.
I do. It's like this minuscule tiny little toe with a minuscule tiny little nail. And so I don't even know if there's enough of it to tape to the other toe because it's so tiny. Yeah, it's ridiculously small. It's like, I don't know. It's my chimpanzee toe. It is. I'm like, if I was a primate, I would be like hanging onto branches with this thing. I would totally be hanging on the branches. That would be my thumb.
Yeah.
That would be my thumb toe. My thumb toe.
Oh,
For
God.
sure. Like just like what? Like how's it going? I'm hanging upside down.
Check me out. How you doing?
How you like me now? It's funny because my sister always makes fun of my toes because she says I have finger toes because I have very long toes and I can pick stuff up and do stuff with them. So I don't know. Maybe if I did a DNA test, I would find out that I am like
The primate.
a primate, 85% primate with my finger toes,
Finger
hanging
toes.
upside down, talking to people. I dropped my vestigial tail at birth.
Oh, they put a rubber band around it so it would just fall off.
Why?
And on that note,
On that
that's
note,
the episode.
I'll see you guys next time.